Hey guys, welcome back to the Critterverse. Today I am making a very simple, very beginner friendly resin project. We're making a bird bath. So I am currently mixing up 8 ounces of Let's Resin epoxy resin. It's probably way too much, but I'm not entirely sure how much this vessel, if you will, is going to take. I don't want to fill it all the way up, but I do want it to, have a good layer at the bottom because we're going to be adding some features to it that I just want to be able to stick down. So I have my resin here, and it's pretty good. I just have to be really careful because this cup is very squidgy and likes to squish. So just making sure that everything is all nice and mixed together. I'm not terribly concerned about bubbles right now because this resin does degas very, very well. So now that I've got that done, what I'm going to do is take a little bit of it, about an ounce or so, and what's that? It's about a half ounce. So, drip, drip, drip. All right, so that's about an ounce out of there. And I'm gonna actually be adding another color to that. So while I'm thinking about it, and while they're staring at me going, hey, Rev, put us on, PvE, protect your hands, etc., etc. I'm putting on my gloves. See? Black nitrile gloves. All right, so while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to move the big cup of resin out of the way, and I'm going to be adding some ghost blue or interference blue to this. A little spoon. And I'm gonna add a pretty good little, probably about half. You see that? We're gonna add that in. Excuse me. Put the cap back on this before I knock it all over the place and make an epic mess. And then the next thing I'm going to be adding in is the Let's Resin Intense Chameleon Powder. This is the blue one. And I'm not going to be adding as much of that, but still a little bit. So trying really hard not to flick this all over the place because it goes everywhere. So about that little tiny spoonful. Get that in there. And put the cap on to try to mitigate any mess. Get my very fancy stir stick here, popsicle stick, and mix this blue up. And that is a gorgeous color. Oh, love that. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so now what we're going to be adding in are, whenever I have any leftover resin or anything, I make these little birds. And they're just, you know, just little tiny birds. So we're going to be putting some of these in there. I have a whole bunch of different colors. So we're going to add birds to our bird bath. All right, let me get my big resin. And this plate is a 10-inch plastic plate that I got from Walmart. I think it was on sale for like $1.50 or something like that. So very inexpensive, very easily accessible. And it's a good size, you know, it's 10 inches. So it'll make a nice little tray, nice little platter, bird bathy thing. And I'm just going to pour my resin into it. I'm going to get up to that first little lip. I think that'll be good. Oh wow, and it might take every bit of the 7 ounces of clear. Yeah, it is. All right. So that's that. And I was debating on putting some rocks in it, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to leave it with just the little birdies. So I need to wipe off my hands, grab a baby wipe, wipe off my gloves. And before I add any of the birds, I'm just going to go around and get bubbles. Okay. And just want to go, I just leveled my table again this morning and it looks pretty good. So that's a good thing. All right, let's add some of our little birdie friends. I want a red one, a red bird, and then a little blue one. Let's sit there and get friendly. All right. I'll put a little yellow one over here. I need to move that red one in a little bit so his tail is not knocking up against the side. And have a little sparkly pink one. Put her over here, or him. How about green? You want a green one? Yeah, let's put the green one here. Boop. Is that enough birds? Do we need more? Let's put this, I have a like a green and purple combo bird. Let's put this little duder right there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is go in with my interference. And I am just going to pour that here in the middle. Add that little cup. All right. Clean off the stick. And I am not expecting the blue in the middle to stay round by any stretch of the imagination, because, you know, resin has a life of its own, and it does pretty much what it wants to do. Much like a teenager. And I can say that because I have two kids, one of which is currently a teenager and one of which used to be a teenager. She's 22 now, almost 23. Ooh, and he's almost 16. Oy. At any rate, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I've got anything left of the clear. I do have a little bit of the clear left. I mean, like minutia, but still. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add this clear in the middle here. First of all, because I hate wasting resin, and second of all, because it will help it move. So we'll do that. And who knows, we might even get some nifty little patterns out of it. You know what? It's, you know, we'll see. So at any rate, that's what I'm going to do now. And go back over, because I've been messing with it. Get any little bubbles. Okie doke. So we're just gonna let that kind of sit for a little while and do its thing and make pretty patterns maybe. And then we'll come back and see what it does. So see you then. All right, here we have it. There's nothing to really demold or anything like that, but you can see that the ghost blue and everything has fanned out in the middle. Come down here for a bit of a close-up. See all the sparkles? This is it. My intention was to take you guys outside to see it, but the city of Colorado Springs is right outside of our house working on the septic system, so that ain't gonna happen. But anyway, thank you guys so much for all of your support. I appreciate it. Feel free to leave me down a comment, tell me what you think, and all that good stuff. We'll see you next time. Bye.